in the Western Conference, currently holding on to that 8th spot, hanging on to their
themselves as just a middle-of-the-road team this year. Opponents they would have blown away last season are giving them all they can handle at this point.
You know, mentally and emotionally, they just don't seem nearly as tough as a year ago. Hard to figure where that went.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Warriors in Oakland.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds, disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Now, here is Harden. Harrison Barnes missing his inch.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
And Bogut slams it in.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Harden, no good.
Team basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team. Do it all by himself like that.
Harden against Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And he's on the board for 3. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to Cleveland.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
And I'm still trying to figure out what happened to Craig, quite honestly. I mean, no matter how it looks on paper, you still got to show up and play and compete. And it looked like they were not interested in being there.
So he gets them both.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love, but I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
It's Harden with the drive. It's stolen by Green. Beverly against Curry. Feeds it to Bogut. He dishes it to Barnes. With some arc. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value-utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
It's Thompson off the drive. Good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Rockets trail by 9. Harden outside. Shot to stop the run. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. The dish to Barnes. Pass to Spates. They get it back. The shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
It's Harden with the drive. That's good. Harden's got 6.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Houston making a switch here. Terry's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Azili's checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Klay Thompson. And so it's Houston with it, following the score by Golden State. Screen by Howard. Ariza has the open look. That three off the mark. Warriors leading by 7. Up the floor, here's Iguodala. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Azili, covered by Modi Yunus. Now the pass to Barbosa. Nailed from three-point land. Barbosa's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Howard. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Andre Iguodala. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of this game.
Rockets, Dwight Howard.
And the free throw good from Howard. And the Warriors making a change here. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here is Barbosa. From deep three-point range. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his...
Anywhere 5'6".
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modi Yunus and Howard the post pair. And it's Goudlock in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Harden outside. Pass to Howard. The stupendous finish in traffic. Playing alongside James Harden, a lot less pressure, too, on Dwight Howard to carry the load offensively these days. It's certainly Clark made things easier for him.
Not only easier, I think it's been more comfortable for him as a secondary scorer. Rolling to the rim, crashing the offensive glass, those are things he can do at a high level for a lot longer, I think.
The Warriors have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Brewer is checked in for Goudlock. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Ian Clark. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Curry. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Brewer. The Warriors also with a sub. Barnes, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. Harden with it. 35 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And also give him credit for his ability to was always looking for the open man. And listen, Howard took his share of criticism for not being more aggressive and polished scoring on the low post. And the Rockets, though, a numbers-minded team. They know he's at his best as a rim runner in the pick and roll.
From deep, Green. Green missing again.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Barnes kicks to Thompson. Back to Barnes. Launches it. And he gets it to go. Barnes has got his third basket of the night.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster.
KJ McDaniels, he's checked in.